The reason why I'm super excited about this whole entire production section is because I feel like the major difference between people finding success in their career is usually because they don't know production. It's that simple. There's a lot of people who can sing, there's a lot of people who can kind of write songs, but there's not a lot of people who can produce songs. And if you look at the numbers, there's only 2% of women who make music who are producers. So I'm so excited to see so many women in this class because you're going to always hear me say it over and over again. The reason why we're hearing what we're hearing on the radio is because it's male dominated. Simple as that. And until we balance out the playing field and we all can have communication, can music actually do its job, which is healing people? It's connecting people. All right, that's what it's for. We're all around the world right now. We have people in all different kinds of countries. So let's go through the people because the people here are going to be so important to each other. This is part of your connection. It's part of your network. You're part of your team. So, well, let's just go around and just say your name, where you're from, and what you're looking to do during this 2-3 month session.
What's going on, everybody? Jordan here. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, a singer-songwriter by trade, but really looking to dig into production a little more. Even if I don't become a full-fledged producer, I really want to learn how to vocally produce myself.
Hey, I'm from Canada, Alberta. My name is Brenda, and I guess my goal out of this is one thing I heard Ryan Tedder say is that he really learned how to produce himself, write a song by himself, and like become a 100%er. And then he brought other people into the writing room, and then that just elevated the songwriting process as a whole. So I guess that's my goal out of this.
I love it. Let's keep that mindset, everyone, 100%er. Because exactly what you said about Ryan Tedder, that's when my career changed too.
Hi, you guys. I'm Tony. Tony Ozier. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I'm here to sharpen. I'm here to get better at everything, production, writing, everything. And the Billboard 500 has already shown me that I can make more money already. So now I'm just here to continue that process.
I love it when people come into the club and they start making like genuine connections with talented people and they start making money and they start getting more sync placements and landing more contracts. And they're like, wait a second, all I have to do is dive into this place. I'm like, yeah, like you really don't have to go anywhere else. You can just swim around these shores and find so much. That's awesome, Tony. I'm glad to hear. And Tony came in because he's also good friends with Easy McCoy. And that's the perfect example of networking. Him and Easy McCoy have known each other for how long, Tony? Like over 10 years or something like that?
Yeah, we've been friends a long time.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know Easy, he's a amazing rapper, great spirit, comes in here and mentors. I collaborate with him a lot. We have placements on TV show Billions. We have placements on Golf Channel, on MTV, on UFC. We got a bunch of placements together. So what's cool about working with Easy, first of all, he's easy to work with because he knows what he's doing. But he's also thinks business wise. And he hit me up yesterday and he was like, yo, look at my crypto. So he's going to come in and teach crypto to the group. So it's these kinds of things that most people aren't even thinking about.
My name is Bastian. My artist name will be Venice. And then I joined the club about a year and 4 or 5 months ago. And like everyone's saying, it's crazy. It's crazy how much you learn. And then just absorbing bit by bit, you start understanding what you have to do, and then you start applying it. Once you start applying it, clearly opportunities come in this group. And like Adam was saying, production is something that the more you understand it, the more you start just realizing the little details, because maybe we can all sing and write and rap to beats endlessly, but you don't know like the actual little details until you start actually seeing the production of it, for example.
What happens is when you're producing a track, when you get to a certain level of production, you're extremely detailed. Meaning like everything is detailed. There's a certain part when you're learning stuff where you're like, oh, this sounds good. And like these pianos sound good and these drums sound good. And then you get to a certain level where you realize like everything has to be perfected because you realize what you're able to do with your own DAW and with your plugins, and you hear the competition on the radio. And this is by far the only group I know personally that is meeting like this to discover the kind of information that I'm going to uncover for all of you. I don't know anywhere else in the world this is happening like this, like what you're going to hear this week or these couple weeks. What I would say is really, really dig in on the information, have your notebook handy. We're going to record this as well. We'll send you the recordings, but try to take in as much information because the only thing I'm going to be giving you is the meat and potatoes. There's no fluff in this. I'm not going to have you do some ridiculous stuff like some college, like go and study, blah, blah, blah. Everything I give you is going to be like, This is what you need to know in order for you to be the most proficient in a professional studio, meaning not what it's like when you go hang out with other musicians. I'm talking about you're walking in with a Grammy Award winner. I need to know that you can do it. That's the only thing on my plate right now. I don't care about these people who don't have credits. We're only in this group to make sure that we will get you all to the top of the music industry, because that's the only place you make a living. I need to get you there. That's my only mission in this. All right. I need to make you efficient so that people aren't saying this person's wasting too much time. So that way someone's like, you know what? I want to work with them because they're quick. Right. So those are the two things. And the last one, creative. I got to make you think outside the box, because if you're studying music and you're repeating what you hear, you're never going to create the future. I got to shake that up a bit and show you how to study, but then show you how to create and be okay with creating things that you've never heard before. Because that's what makes magic, is something people haven't heard before, which means you got to know how to create something that you've never heard before. Does that make sense? So proficient, efficient, and creative. That's our main three things that we're focusing on.